Hi, I'm Michaela. I am a marketing strategist here at Protocol 80, and today we're going to be talking about nurturing leads. So what's the protocol?
How do you define an inbound generated lead?
So an inbound generated lead is someone who responds to a piece of content that you've added to your lead generation strategy. It's different from someone who is an outbound lead where you reach out to them directly. So for example, an inbound lead might be someone who typed in a search term, they were brought to your blog. From there, reading your blog, they saw a CTA for an ebook that you created. They clicked on that ebook, they entered their information, and they downloaded it. The great thing about these inbound leads is they found you while doing their own research, so they're likely to be more educated, more engaged, things like that. And when nurturing these leads, it's really important to remember where they're at in their journey. It's important to treat marketing qualified leads and sales qualified leads pretty differently.
What's the difference between a marketing qualified lead and a sales qualified lead?
Yeah, so a marketing qualified lead is someone who they're interested in your product or services, but they're not quite as far down the funnel. So they're still early in their journey. They're looking at research-based information rather than an SQL who has probably been to your site more than a handful of times. They have interacted with many different pieces of content, and they're now downloading decision stage pieces of content like what to know when investing in X. Enter your product or service there. What's really important with deciding who's a marketing qualified lead and who's a sales qualifying lead is how you're treating them, how you're continuing to nurture them. You wouldn't want to approach a marketing qualified lead and ask them to work with you. That's similar to going on a first date with someone and then following up with, hey, do you want to marry me? It just wouldn't make sense. It would be off-putting, and it's just important to remember where they're at in their journey and providing helpful pieces of content to move them further along.
How do you know what should be followed up with by sales versus marketing?
So this is really important to make sure that you're not wasting your salespeople time and, as I said, putting off a lead that's just not quite ready for immediate outreach, following up, hey, can we quote this for you? Leads can be scored in a couple different ways. It's usually looked at through how many pages have they viewed, how many site visits do they have, and as I said before, what kind of content are they downloading? Is it rather research-based, early decision-making content, or is it that further down the line decision stage content where they're pretty much ready to buy something and they're evaluating whether it should be your product or someone else's?
Do you have any more tips for somebody?
Just try not to be that guy that's just constantly sliding into the inbox. We've all been there. We get these emails where it linked into this chain where you're not even sure how you signed up for it in the first place. So just try to remember to be considerate, really focus on building trust and nurturing those leads.